into the light where the stories unfold, the worlds of magic, tales untold. We smoke high but eyes real low. Emerald Realms Network, step into the fold. Heroes rise and legends call. Emerald Realms, we bring it all. From comics, games, and worlds we explore, movies, battles, and so much more. Every realm, a place to dream. Join the legend, live the scene. Emerald Realms Network, legends live here. Emerald Realms Network, legends live here.
Hello, my peoples, and welcome to Emerald Realms Network, and I'm your host, Mr. Darce'lph. Today, we're counting down the 50 highest-grossing movies of all times, ranked by worldwide box office income. These are the films that shattered records, drew massive audiences, and left a lasting cultural impact. I'll share a quick review, their total gross, and a couple iconic clips. Let's get started. Up first at 50 is The Dark Knight, 2008. In the box office, it brought in $1 billion. Christopher Nolan's gritty Batman film elevated superhero movies to a whole new level of respect and acclaim. Christian Bale's Batman was iconic, arguably the best Batman since Michael Keaton, and Heath Ledger can be said to have made the Joker a household name. This clearly wasn't a kid-friendly Batman, hence the name The Dark Knight. Coming up at 49, The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies, 2014. This film raked in $956 million in the box office. Following the suit of his fellow Middle-earth films, The Hobbit Battle of the Five Armies gave you gritty fight scenes, amazing cinematic views, and in some cases can be considered a major tearjerker. And at number 48, The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug, 2013. This film raked in $959 million in the box office. Smaug, the dragon, dominated this darker action-packed sequel. And let's be honest, if it was possible, Smaug should have definitely received the Oscar for his role. He made this movie. And since this movie, he became one of the most famous dragons known. And please stay tuned for my 50 top dragons list coming soon. At 47, we have The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey, 2012. This film raked in $1.1 billion in the box office. Middle-earth finally returned with this film, bringing Bilbo Baggins' adventures and Peter Jackson's new trilogy to life. This film wasn't necessarily, a great film to me, but clearly raking in $1.1 billion, it was great to a lot of people. And at 46, Zootopia, 2016. This film raked in $1.2 billion. A witty Disney hit that combined comedy, action, and social commentary. This film made me definitely start to think, is Disney making movies for kids or for adults? At 45, Alice in Wonderland, 2010. This film raked in $1.2 billion in the box office. Tim Burton's fantastical reimagining of a classic tale enchanted audiences worldwide. And let's be honest, Tim Burton definitely put a dark twist on this movie. At number 44, Star Wars, The Phantom Menace, 1999. This film raked in $1.3 billion in the box office. As the first prequel, this brought Star Wars back to the big screen after a decades-long hiatus. 43, Finding Dory, 2016. This film brought in $1.3 billion. This is Pixar's beloved fish, returning in a heartwarming adventure about family and memory. Kids love this movie, and that's why it made $1.3 billion. 42, Despicable Me 3, 2017. Raked in $1.3 billion. Gru, the girls, and the minions kept laughs coming in this billion-dollar animated hit. Pixar definitely has a winner. 41, Aladdin, 2019. Raked in $1.5 billion in the box office. Disney's live-action remake dazzled audiences with Will Smith's Genie and classic song. Let's be honest, while Will Smith did a great job, Robin Williams will forever be the Genie in Aladdin. Number 40, Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, 2016. This film raked in $1.5 billion in the box office. This is a standalone prequel. This gave fans a gritty war story with a powerful ending. This is actually the first movie I walked into knowing that nobody survived before the movie even started. Number 39, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, 2006. This film brought in $1.6 billion. Jack Sparrow's second outing brought swashbuckling adventure to massive global audiences. And they say Johnny Depp took this role so seriously, he wouldn't even wash his ass to get that generic stench that pirates had back in the days. That's awesome. At number 38, Toy Story 3, 2010. This raked in $1.6 billion. As the third entry, it gave our toys a heartfelt farewell, cementing Pixar's magic worldwide. At 37, we have Toy Story 4, 2019. This raked in $1.7 billion. Pixar's toys return for one last adventure, tugging at all our heartstrings. 36, Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker, 2019. This brought in $1.7 billion into the box office. The Skywalker saga closed with spectacular nostalgia and the return of Palpatine. Whippy-doo. I was hoping that dude was dead the first time. At 35, Joker, 2019. $1.7 billion. A dark character study, Joker shocked audiences and became the highest grossing R-rated film ever. And I agree. But please don't waste your money on the Joker 2. That shit was trash. At 34, The Dark Knight Rises, 2012. $1.8 billion. Nolan's Batman finale brought an emotional end to the Dark Knight trilogy. No more Christian Bale, no more Heath Ledger, no more dark, gritty Batman. Kind of sad if you think about it. At 33, we have Transformers Age of Extinction, 2014, at $1.1 billion. Dinobots and Michael Bay's explosions powered this Transformers sequel way past $1 billion. While the movie was decent, I didn't realize it was bringing in that much money. At 32, we have Skyfall, 2012, raking in $1.11 billion. James Bond's 50th anniversary film became the highest grossing entry in its franchise. 31, The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, 2003, raking in $1.15 billion. Peter Jackson's fantasy epic closed the trilogy with a sweeping battle and definitely hit itself when it hit an Oscar. At number 30, Transformers, Dark of the Moon, 2011, bringing in $1.12 billion. Michael Bay's explosive spectacle delivered giant robots, action, and destruction galore. Fan favorite. 29, Captain Marvel, 2019, $1.13 billion. Marvel's first female-led superhero film soared to huge box office success. Personally, being a Marvel comic fan, I felt she was definitely not a Carol Danvers, but to each their own. 28, Minions, 2015, raking in $1.16 billion. The lovable yellow sidekicks proved they could carry their own movie, with comedy for all ages. Yeah, they still definitely lean more towards adult, to be honest. And it's crazy that the sidekicks of the Despicable Me is actually probably doing way more better than the Despicable Me movies themselves. 27, Frozen, 2013, raking in $1.28 billion. Elsa, Anna, and Olaf became household names as Frozen swept the world with his music and magic. I actually enjoyed this movie. 26, Beauty and the Beast, 2017, bringing in $1.27 billion. Disney's live-action remake of his animated classic blended nostalgia with a new musical spectacle. I don't know why Disney decided to remake some of these classics, but they definitely all missed the mark for me. 25, Incredibles 2, 2018, bringing in $1.24 billion. Pixar's superhero family returns with even more action and more laughs. This movie was great. I'm still looking for my superhero suit, I don't know. And at 24, Jurassic World Dominion, 2022, bringing in $1.28 billion. The trilogy closer united original stars with some new ones for a global dinosaur spectacle. While this movie wasn't the greatest, it definitely closed it all up. At 23, we have Star Wars The Last Jedi, 2017, coming in at $1.33 billion. Rian Johnson's bold entry not only divided fans, but it sure as hell packed theaters worldwide. Coming in at 22, we have Deadpool and Wolverine, 2024, raking in $1.34 billion. Now, this movie was spectacular, first off. Another adaptation to a comic book that actually hit the mark. They break the fourth wall. Ryan Reynolds, hilarious. Just give you an example. Saving the world while drooling over Hugh Jackman's abs is spectacular. And it's been a reoccurring joke in the franchise. It's awesome. And then the funniest to me is the fact that he kept repeating Hugh Jackman is going to be playing Wolverine until he's 90. There's all type of rumors that that's how Marvel works, so it was hilarious. Coming in at 21, we have Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom 2018 with an astounding $1.35 billion. Dinosaurs seem to have once again tore through the box office with this one. And I found it astonishing. It was a great movie. Who knew how many people like dinosaurs? And I'm pretty sure if there was a dinosaur theme park, people would be going. Now we got number 20 coming in strong, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 at $1.34 billion. Harry Potter was spectacular, all of them. Personally, I like the books, love the movies. But Deathly Hallows wrapped up the whole series perfectly and even gave us a little glimpse at the future of these kids that we followed since day one. So if you haven't seen it, go see it. I'm sure everyone has, though, with $1.34 billion on the mark. Coming in at number 19, we have Black Panther 2018, $1.34 billion. Chad Boseman was amazing in this. A cultural milestone, Black Panther celebrated Afrofuturism and became a worldwide phenomenon. People still talk about this movie years later. Coming in at number 18, we have Super Mario Bros. Movie 2023, $1.36 billion. This animated hit turned a beloved video game franchise into a global blockbuster. And Jack Black's song is still stuck in my head. At number 17, we have Avengers Age of Ultron, bringing in $1.4 billion. Another comic book adaptation, but Marvel hit the mark with this one. Scarlet Witch was phenomenal. Ultron, played by James Spader. I can't get the voice of Raymond Reddington out of my head when I hear Ultron cracking jokes on them. It was spectacular. Coming in at number 16, Barbie 2023, raking in an astounding $1.44 billion. Greta Gerwig's take on Barbie became a cultural moment and box office smash. And Harley Quinn did spectacular. Coming in at 15, we have Frozen 2 2019, raking in $1.45 billion. Disney's sequel to Frozen delivered magical visuals and unforgettable songs. There's kids still singing these songs today. Coming in at 14, we have Top Gun Maverick 2022, bringing in $1.49 billion. Tom Cruise soared back to the skies, thrilling audiences with aerial spectacle and heartfelt nostalgia. This movie was a second part that took 20 years or so to make. They didn't think it was going to hold water, but Tom Cruise pulled it off. It was a great movie. Coming in at number 13, Furious 7, 2015, with $1.5 billion. This franchise is just a tad bit ridiculous. What are they at, like 13 films now? And pretty much the films are the same thing. I would like to know how they went from car thieves to international spies. I don't know, I'm just saying. But it is packed with action, emotion, and this film also became a tribute to Paul Walker. So overall, it was good. Number 12, The Avengers 2012, raking in $1.52 billion. The first Marvel team-up was a cinematic game changer and a fan dream come true. And I totally agree with that statement. They've been missing the mark recently, but Marvel's still Marvel. And that was a 10-year breakdown put on screen. It was fantastic. Number 11, The Lion King 2019, bringing in $1.66 billion. Disney's photorealistic remake brought nostalgia and stunning visuals to a new generation. I like the cartoon better personally, but after doing The Lion King, the Broadway show, I figured they was going to do it on TV. They seem to be doing that with all their merchandise nowadays. Number 10, Jurassic World 2015, raking in $1.67 billion. Dinosaurs returned to dominate the modern box office in this mega hit reboot. I thought it was good. Clearly they was trying to bring back the franchise when they made this, and the fact that they made about 2 or 3 more movies mean they did. And at number 9, we have Inside Out 2, 2024, raking in an astounding $1.69 billion. Pixar expanded Riley's mind with new emotions, striking a chord with audiences around the world. These emotions, though, they definitely hit the spot. Again, another movie that's kind of made for kids, but it targets adults, so check out the humor. Get the innuendo. Number 8, Niza 2, 2025, $1.9 billion. This Chinese animated sequel fused mythology and action, becoming an unexpected global box office juggernaut. The fact that this came out this year and it already in the billions is ridiculous. I haven't seen this movie personally, but I'm gonna make sure to see it now, shit. At number 7, we have Spider-Man No Way Home, 2021, $1.92 billion. A multiverse event that united 3 generations of Spider-Man and thrilled fans worldwide. Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, and Andrew Garfield working together in one movie, all arguing on being who's Peter Parker, who's Spider-Man. They all Spider-Man, that's the joke behind it. We also had a great scene with Stephen Strange freezing Spider-Man, and yet the body's moving on its own. It was hilarious. Y'all really got to check out this movie if y'all haven't seen it. At number 6, we have Avengers Infinity War 2018. First one to hit $2 billion. This penultimate Marvel chapter shocked fans with Thanos' devastating victory. That's right, folks. It's the first time we've seen in a movie that at the end of the movie, the villain actually wins. Kind of spectacular, I think. Number 5, Star Wars The Force Awakens 2015. $2.07 billion. The long-awaited return of Star Wars brought back the magic while introducing new characters and a new generation of heroes. This movie I thought was well done. It might not have been the best Star Wars movie, but it was a good way to come back after a little bit of a hiatus. All right, y'all, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty now. At number 4, Titanic 1997, with a whopping $2.26 billion. This romance disaster epic became a global phenomenon and actually held the number 1 spot for over a decade. And then the movies that's coming next bumped it down, but even then, $2.26 billion, spectacular. This was also the movie that everybody talk about with the star being snubbed by the Oscars. Leonardo still got feelings hurt about this whole thing. Coming in at number 3 with the bronze, Avatar The Way of Water 2022. This brought in $2.32 billion. Cameron's return with breathtaking underwater visuals and a story of family survival that wowed audiences worldwide. It also introduced underwater motion capture and new Na'vi clans, effectively expanding Pandora and its lore. Plus, proving karma's real, making the Na'vi racist colonel come back as a Na'vi was hilarious. Coming in at number 2 with the silver, Avengers Endgame 2019, with a box office gross of $2.79 billion. The ultimate Marvel crossover delivered epic action and an emotional goodbye and a once-in-a-generation finale. This movie was spectacular. It didn't end like how it was in the comic books, but overall, it was well done. The fact that they had so many heroes in one movie, it was unheard of. Now it seems to be the norm. Each hero was given a chance to shine, and the movie had one of the greatest ending lines ever. Yeah, and I am Iron Man. And with the gold, the highest grossing movie ever, at number 1, Avatar 2009, with $2.92 billion income. James Cameron's sci-fi epic took us to Pandora, stunning audiences with 3D visuals and immersive world building. And let's be honest, Zoe Saldana looked good as fuck as a blue alien. Then we got Worthington, played a man in a wheelchair who turned into a Na'vi and loved the alien race more than humans. This movie was altogether well put. Part 2 wasn't as good, but as you see, it was also made the list. So, and there you have it, the 50 highest grossing movies of all time, ranked by box office income. From superheroes to sci-fi, from animation to fantasy, these films shaped cinema history and captivated billions of viewers. Which of these is your personal favorite? Thanks for watching. Hopefully you like and subscribe. And please, drop a comment. Let us know which ones you agree with, which ones you disagree with. Those seem to be the more interesting comments. Reach out. Till next time, catch you later.